All right, and the next two sections, finding marginal revenue, and then profit maximization and break-even point. I'm again going to combine together to do one lecture on, okay? So we'll do two Padlets, we'll do a lecture, um, and we're just gonna get through it. And look, finding marginal revenue. And you can kind of see a chart here where this is your total revenue. Revenue is another word for the amount of money that you make, okay? And you can see that sometimes you're going to hit that, you're looking for that point. Well, this is your profit, your maximization point. But look, revenue is this is kind of a definition section, and then the next section we'll get into trying to maximize or at least break even. So revenue is the amount of money that you make per additional employee, per additional unit of item that you're going to buy or to sell. If you're like a retail shop, like I keep mentioning, my brother and sister work retail, so you're buying all of these shirts or pants or shorts to sell, and snowboard gear, right? Boots, boards, bindings. I'm stocking the shelves, right? And I want to find out, well, you know, am I going to run out of these items? What is every time I buy one, how much am I going to, on average, get back to me, right? And what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to figure out the right amount of stuff to buy. My buddy Asa with his AC business, it's trucks, right? Because you have to have your truck and you have to have all your parts in it. You then hire someone to drive that truck to different jobs and to fix air conditioners, and all the parts are in the back. And you have to kind of figure it out. Well, do I want to buy one more truck here? Or do I want to buy four and hire four people and then stock these trucks? And if I do, how much extra am I going to make per truck I buy? And then at what point am I not going to have enough business to be making money, or am I not going to have enough sales in my retail shop to make money? Or maybe I'm stocking my restaurant full of steaks or whatever it is I sell. I worked at a place called a place in Burbank, and they had a kind of everything menu. But then I worked at a rib place in Beverly Hills, and you're buying ribs, right? How many ribs do I want to buy before they go bad? They're sitting in the freezer. Or how much barbecue sauce? I mean, all of these things, your corn, your potatoes, you're gonna mash them. They all need to be figured out as you're running your business. So we're trying to again teach you guys how to run a business here and supply. It's a challenging section, and I'm trying to make it as real to you as I can. So average revenue is the average price per unit output. Total revenue is the amount of business that total sales. How much do I make total, right? And then your average revenue is profit. Your marginal revenue is your profit. So okay, I spend this much, right? I make this much, so I'm going to subtract this number from this number, and I'm going to figure out how much I make is my revenue profit now, right? And really what you're looking to get to, the whole point of this, right, is to find your profit maximization and your break-even point. Okay, so your profit maximization is it's your perfect amount to buy, or perfect amount of employees, perfect amount of product to sell, perfect amount of trucks to have for my AC business, perfect amount of food to put in my restaurant. I mean, all of these things, right? This is what you're aiming for. And your break-even point is, well, I at least need to sell this much so that I'm not losing money out of this whole deal, out of my business, right? So, and an interesting thing about that is, I don't know if you've heard, Black Friday is this the Friday after Thanksgiving, and there's huge sales, and people like line up at they used to line up in the stores before the coronavirus, and they would it was wild. It was a wild scene. prices are slashed by 60%. And sometimes you would even see, just ridiculous things like people fighting for Black Friday. And they call it Black Friday because oftentimes retail stores will hit their break-even point. Okay. I'm moving. They'll hit their break-even point on Black Friday. So, all year you have all these TVs, they're just sitting there. Maybe we're thinking cars. You got the new models are coming in and we're going to slash. Sales are being slashed. You ever see the commercials? And we're trying to get to that. Now we're selling all last year's models so we can bring in this year's model. So we're lowering prices so we can hit our break-even point, right? So Black Friday or this kind of year-end sales for cars, we see companies thriving to hit that break-even point. And I think all companies are always trying to hit your profit maximization point, where, this is, I learned from last year or the year before or last month and figured out that this is how many employees I should be hiring, and this is how much product I should buy, and this is how many hours I should stay open, and this is the golden point, where I can make the most money. And of course, that's what running a business is all about. You're trying to make money. And I tell my daughters, my youngest, she's 6, she doesn't really get anything about life yet, but she's like, I want to be a billionaire, Dad. I said, wouldn't you be happy with just being a millionaire? It's pretty good. I'd be really happy with, oh, Dad, I want to be a billionaire. All right, babe. How are you going to do that, Dad? How do I become a billionaire? I said, well, in our economy, in our country, it's set up so that the best way to become a billionaire, not a millionaire, but a billionaire, is to start your own business and have your business blow up. Right? Think of the richest people in America, Bezos and Gates, and Zuckerberg, and these guys. They're the billionaires. Now, if you want to be a millionaire, hey, be a doctor, be a lawyer, be an architect. These are wonderful jobs. Be an engineer, you make a lot of money. But if you want to hit it, you want to be that level. It is about starting your own business. So a lot of the stuff here we're doing is trying to help at least give you a starting point. And small business owners are they always say that the drivers of the U.S. economy are small business owners. We need people to start small businesses and to try and make it big. And some will make it and some won't. It's always a gamble. I think it's important to keep that in mind. But part of what the state of California has chosen to pay me to try and teach you, part of this lesson, the book they give us is how to start a business. And this is what I got.